Welcome. This is the Senior Safety Advice Podcast, and we are so glad that you've made it to a calmer corner of your day. Here, we focus on real solutions, practical help, and the kind of encouragement we could all use a little more of. So let's get to it.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode, the Senior Safety Advice Podcast. I'm Esther Kane, retired occupational therapist and a certified aging in place specialist. I am so glad that you're here for today's podcast because today we're going to talk about why bath safety matters for caregivers as well, not just older adults. So here's the thing, although caregivers could be older adults. Anyway, here's the thing. Bathroom safety is not just about the person that's being helped. It's just as much about the person doing the helping. By the end of this episode, you'll understand why bath safety protects caregivers from injury, burnout, and emotional overload, and why it deserves more attention than it usually gets. I can tell you that at my age, 67, I still deal with shoulder pain and back pain from years of caregiving older adults as an occupational therapist. And it's mostly because I didn't protect myself while I was managing my patients during transferring and bathing and everything else. But I'm older now, and hopefully I can help you to prevent that kind of injury. All right, so let's slow down this a little bit and talk honestly. When people think about bath safety, they almost always picture the older adult. Slippery floors, getting in and out of a bathtub, fear of falling. But what I saw again and again as an occupational therapist and experienced was this, that caregivers were getting hurt too, and myself as well. Pulled backs, shoulder injuries, all resulting in chronic pain and a level of stress that builds quietly over time. So here's the truth. The bathroom is one of the most dangerous rooms in the house for everyone involved. It's usually very small. It's wet. It's hard to move around, especially if it's small. And when something goes wrong, there's very little room to react. Now, let's talk about why caregivers are especially at risk. Most caregiving help in the bathroom happens quickly. There's urgency. Oh, the person is falling, and you go quickly to grab them. There's embarrassment. That happens very often. And there's fear of accidents, which makes it difficult for some people to move safely. So caregivers tend to rush. They bend awkwardly. They twist. They reach. And they lift more than they should. They lift more weight than they should. And the body pays the price. I can tell you that. I can tell you how many caregivers told me, or I can't tell you how many caregivers told me, oh, I hurt myself helping him into the shower or out of the shower. My back never recovered after that one slip. I know I can attest to that. It's not a personal failure. It's a setup problem. So bath safety matters because it reduces physical strain. When there are grab bars, when it's a shower chair or a handheld shower, non-slip flooring, those things can help not only someone who needs them, but the caregiver as well. The caregiver doesn't have to be the support. The environment should do the supporting. And that's huge. Caregivers often use their bodies as equipment, leaning, bracing, lifting. But most bodies are not meant to be the safety devices. When you rely on your body instead of proper setup, injury is only a matter of time. So let's talk about the emotional stress. Bathing help is very intimate. It can feel uncomfortable for both people, caregiver and the person being helped. There can be resistance, embarrassment, frustration. So when the bathroom is unsafe, and all of that creates an unsafe environment. So when the bathroom is unsafe, that stress skyrockets. The caregiver is constantly on edge, and so is the person being helped. What if they slip? What if I can't catch them? What if I get hurt? That constant alert state leads to burnout. Bath safety lowers emotional stress because it creates predictability, clear steps, stable supports, and less fear. And fear is exhausting. Okay, now let's talk about dignity. When someone feels unsafe bathing, they may resist your help. They may rush, they may grab onto the caregiver, and that puts both people at risk. A safer setup allows the older adult to participate more, sit when needed, hold stable surfaces, and move at their own pace. That reduces physical and emotional load on the caregiver. Now, here's something I really want all caregivers to hear. If you are getting hurt, strained, or overwhelmed in the bathroom, that's a warning sign, not weakness, not lack of love. It's your body saying the environment needs to change. I used to tell families this all the time. If bathing help feels scary or exhausting, don't push through it. Instead, fix the setup, fix the environment. Even small changes can make a big difference. Adding one grab bar, using a shower chair or tub bench, switching to a walk-in shower, and then maybe even changing the type of tub bench that you're using. These changes protect both people. Bath safety also matters because caregiver injuries change everything. If the caregiver gets hurt, then who's next? Who can help next? Care plans collapse, stress increases, and decisions get rushed. And no good decisions are ever made in a rushed environment. That's like making a decision when you're drunk. Protecting the caregiver protects the whole system, the whole routine. All right, now let's think about timing. Many caregivers wait until there's a fall or a close call. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Bath safety works best when it's preventative, before fear takes over, before injuries happen. Planning ahead reduces crisis decisions. All right, so let's talk about permission. Caregivers often feel guilty asking for changes. Things like equipment or help. Now, listen. Wanting a safer bathroom does not mean you're giving up. It means you're thinking long term. Safe caregiving is sustainable caregiving. So let me wrap all this up for you. Bath safety matters for caregivers because it reduces injury. It lowers emotional stress, it protects dignity, and it makes caregiving safer and more sustainable. You are part of the safety equation as well, not just the person you're caring for. Well, that's all that I have for you today. I want to thank you again for hanging out with me today. If today's episode gave you some useful insights or new ideas, then share it with someone who might find it helpful as well. You can discover even more expert tips and helpful guides for seniors and caregivers at seniorsafetyadvice.com. And if you're searching for an aging in place specialist or other services to help you age in place, visit our website at aginginplacedirectory.com. And come back tomorrow for even more useful tips, insights, and ideas right here on the Senior Safety Advice Podcast. And hey, if you haven't yet subscribed to our YouTube channel or the podcast yet, go ahead and do that right now. It really helps us to reach more people who could use this kind of support and information. Until next time, take care of yourself and the ones that you love.
This podcast is part of our mission to help older adults live safely and independently. If you'd like to take the next step, visit aginginplacedirectory.com, where you'll find specialists, helpful resources, and inspiration to make every home your place to thrive.